Prince Charles took to a tractor and what looked distinctly like a wooden throne today as he toured the Somerset villages which had been cut off by floodwater for weeks. He met local residents and farmers describing their predicament as a jolly good disaster and then waded into politics by adding, "The tragedy is that nothing was done for so long." Thousands of hectares remain submerged and more heavy rains and high winds are on their way tonight, according to the forecasters. From Somerset, our Home Affairs correspondent Andy Davis has this report.
Into the row enveloping this ancient English marshland today stepped a welly-clad Prince of Wales.
Has the Environment Agency done enough, sir?
Straight into local politics, but he couldn't resist a response.
You might very well think so. I couldn't possibly comment.
But comment he did, earlier in a village hall, amidst the acres of land which have been submerged in floodwaters for weeks now. And what he said, no doubt, picked up by nearby camera crew, will resonate loudly in these parts. For some, the villain of the piece around here, Lord Smith and his Environment Agency, accused of lethargy in dredging the rivers and more. The agency's response, dredging will come, the rainfall has been extreme. And in extreme conditions come some unusual sights, such as Prince Charles clambering up onto this trailer.
I'm going to sit on this thing. Oh well.
And taking up position on its very own ceremonial garden bench. You can see a tractor at the front now pulling them away, as the tour in this somewhat rustic state carriage chunters off towards a local farm. At the end of the rainbow today, no pot of gold, but the Prince's Countryside Fund did donate £50,000 to those affected by the flooding. And near the village of Muchelney, the road to which is now a riverbed, the Prince met a farmer and his family.
Can you do a high five? Can we do high fives? Or is that...
Sorry. There! Yeah! Good girl!
It's rather a low five, that.
That was a good...
The slap of a hand and a sympathetic ear, and the locals seemed pleased enough.
It's a good bit of morale, isn't it, for everyone to see royal faces and whatever. I think it's good, good bit of support, yeah.
Is that how you see it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's very nice to see him. Yeah, it's quite funny seeing him on a tractor as well.
Yeah, he was a delight. He's done such a huge amount for morale in the village.
Have you been impressed with all the VIPs coming down here? Do you think they're actually going to get to grips with the issues around here?
I think if they don't, there's going to be heads rolling, because frankly people are so angry at the lack of action last year when something should have been done, that now frankly if it's not done this year, I can see people really causing real problems.
And so as the royal visit ended in a wave on this swamped landscape, a now familiar warning that much more will be needed to placate many of those living on the levels.
Well, Andy Davis is still in Somerset where the wind is picking up and disrupting the picture at times, so bear with us. Andy, more bad news, more bad weather on its way?
It's already here, Matt. Significant amount of rain in the last couple of hours. And if the forecasters are right, and this is going to continue and it's going to be heavy, then it's going to prove hugely problematic for the people around here. I'm standing on the road to the village where Prince...
And bear with us, as I said, that picture is playing up a little bit. Let's see if we can get him back.
You might be able to hear me now. I know that we're having difficulties with the signal, but the levels here have dropped slightly in the last few days. But if this continues, the levels are going to come back up with this rain, and that's exactly what people around here feared the most, that the rain would come back and they'd be faced with the same problems all over again. And as the rain comes down, the wind has picked up massively in the last couple of hours. The Met Office is warning of gales of up to 80 miles an hour in this area and down on the south coast.